On news days, we get put into groups. The lecturers decided we got put into a sorting hat like Harry Potter. So our names got picked out and we got put into groups. So our group's Slytherin. So it's kind of good that you don't get to choose your groups because it's like working in the industry, you wouldn't get to choose who you work with. And in a news day, we rotate every week between TV and radio. So this week we're doing TV and it's our last week. And you have to make two news days, like two news programs in a day, which is usually a bulletin at around 2 o'clock, which is just 60 seconds of the headlines. And then at around 5 o'clock, you do a 10 to 15 minute program, which includes like packages, two ways, sport, weather, entertainment, whatever you want, you put in it. In the groups, there's normally usually about, I say, 13 people, and we started off with 11 anyway. That's just how the groups formed because there's like four different ones. And then unfortunately, two people dropped out, so then we're down to 9, and then obviously not everyone's in every week. So you get people that are ill. Like one week we had like 3 people off ill, so then we had like 5 people, 6 people to work with. And it's fine for radio because on the desk you've got your editor and your sound and then your 2 presenters. Whereas when you're doing TV, you've got your 2 presenters, your director, producer, and then all the gallery roles, which is another 5 roles. So one week we were down a lot of people and you should have 3 cameramen and we had none. So we made the decision that it was better for us to have 2 presenters because we fed off each other well rather than just one person on their own. And I remember our producer at the time, Jess, was asking, our director, I think she was directing, was asking camera 3 if they could move over. And at the time there wasn't anybody on the cameras, so we had to move like on air in between packages so that the shots were right. So that was stressful because instead of just focusing on your one job for the day, you had to be doing like other jobs that you shouldn't normally be doing. But we all overcame it, and because we all wanted to do well, we all kind of feed off each other. Do things that you wouldn't normally do. Like at the beginning, in the first week, like we're on week 12 now, I wouldn't have dreamed of going out on the day, getting a story, coming back, editing it and putting it out. Whereas last week it was the fire at the Christie Hospital, and me and my coursemate Rob, we went down to the hospital, filmed it, got interviews, came back, edited it, put it on air, all within like an hour. And then it was good to see it on air, and it was like we'd been there like half an hour before. But it was like all of the stress was like worth it. But definitely put yourself out there and do something you wouldn't normally do. Just don't stick to like everyone could want to be a presenter. But after this, when you go into the industry, they want to know, well, you all want to be presenters, but what else can you do? And you've got to be able to go out, film it yourself, edit it yourself, put it on air. But then also, can you direct? Can you do sound?